to go over just a couple of the instructions so that you know exactly what to do. You won't have a lot of time, so that means you're going to have to work together as a team. If you notice on your tables, you will see a little clip that has a red and a green in it. Green means your group is doing okay. When you flip it, it means red. You have a question, you need me, or you need my help, just keep it up there. That way you don't have to hold up your hand. You can keep working while you're waiting for me. I'll be around to help you. Okay, so that's your little stop sign. And I would make sure in your group you have someone who's going to be reading the instructions step by step on your paper. Although I'm giving you some general instructions, you need someone who's going to be reading the instructions. That's the person, that's your leader of your group. You also need someone who's going to kind of handle your materials. They're in charge of handling most of the materials. And then they can designate people who are doing some of the other jobs. And then making sure you have a person who's in charge of the cleanup, and also asking other people to help them with cleanup, because I need the lab to look like this as soon as you are finished. All right, first of all, what you have to do, you're going to take your beaker and you're going to fill it about halfway with ice. So there's ice going to be up here. You're going to fill it about halfway with ice. That's probably good. And then you're going to take it to the hub and you're going to fill it 3/4 of the way with water. Once you're done with that, that person can come over. I have salt. I'm going to fill the beaker up with salt. What does salt do to ice? What does it do? It helps melt it. So if it helps melt it, what is it really doing to the ice? Is raising the temperature, is lowering the what? We use it to make ice cream a lot. Why? Because ice cream can get what? Colder, right? Colder than a regular ice cube. What temperature can this ice cube get to? What does water freeze at? Okay, or 0 degrees, right? So salt allows that temperature to go where? Say it.
Down.
Down what? Okay, if it's at 0, it allows it to go what? Below 0. So salt has the ability to make ice have a lower freezing point. So it can get colder than 0 degrees. And that's what we're trying to do to our water. We want to super cool our water. And that's what you're going to have to do. So you're super cooling your water. You get that salt in, one of your partners is going to have to start carefully spinning it and dissolving that salt as much as you can do. So you want to super cool this water. Then somebody else in your group is going to fill up your test tube to the height of the water that's in your beaker. You don't want this much water in your test tube. You only have this much water in your beaker. So they want it to be the same height. You need to get this done quick. Get it into your ice bath as quick as possible. And then continue to slowly stir it. You're not going to beat it really quick, but you're going to slowly stir it. Once you do that, you're going to put your thermometer into the beaker and start looking at the temperature. It must be below 0 for this to work, because you're super cooling your water. Make sure you take your thermometer out of the case before you put it into the ice bath, or it will not take or read the temperature. So then it will go in here, and again, be very careful stirring it. Once you are below 0, probably -3 to -4, and it's been there for 4 to 5 minutes, you can call me over by flipping over your card to red. A lot of you will have it about the same time. I'll get there as soon as I can. And then when I get there, I'll find a piece of ice, an ice chip. You'll pull out your beaker or your test tube, and I'll drop an ice cube in there, and you'll see what happens. All right? Be careful not to splash water into this test tube. Be careful not to put anything into this test tube other than the original water. Got it? That's what you're going to do. Are there any questions that anybody has before we begin? When you begin, all chairs need to go underneath the lab desks. So everyone is standing, and you're going to begin now.